Last time I spoke with you was in Ottawa. You still had the bandages on your neck. It was very like post,
Yeah, they made me go out there like a week after my surgery. Freaking UFC, man. I think that was the UFC who made me do that.
So
The manager's like, bro, do they know I just got a neck surgery like last week? Well, this was scheduled. I'm like, what the? It's crazy. But anyway, yeah.
was there any point after that surgery though? Like it seemed very serious. Was there any point where you had doubts that this moment, getting back to fighting at the top level would not come?
It was close to being in doubt before I got the surgery because every doctor I went to in the beginning, they wanted this a fusion. And the fusion would have been really tough to make it for this fight, where they put these plates in there and they bring your bones together, and I really didn't want to do that. And then I found a doctor who was 100% confident that I didn't need to do that, which was hard to find. And he went in there, very non-invasive surgery. They just basically drilled and pulled out a herniation and then stitched me back up, which, when you hear a neck surgery, you think very serious, and that's the way I was thinking too. But literally, it was a recovery of like a knee scope. It was such an easy recovery. 2 weeks out, I felt like I could do everything. I was completely cleared to do anything I wanted, including sparring, wrestling, some of the craziest things that you could do on your neck. 6 weeks out, so it was, and that's from a doctor. So, and we weren't Russian, so it was very non-invasive. No surgery is, a walk in the park because anything could happen, but everything went smooth.
What's the mindset going into this fight? I know, it seems your motivations are a little bit different for every fight. Against Anderson Silva, it's beating the greatest of all time, winning the title. Against Vitor, I felt like you kind of just wanted to teach him a lesson for all that stuff. What's the motivation for Yoel? Is it redeeming yourself after losing the title? Is it his background with, some of the issues he's had with USADA? What's your feelings towards this fight and your opponent?
It's pretty much, there's not just one, motivation. There's many of them. He's undefeated guy in the UFC. Some question mark fights, but he's undefeated. And so I want competition-wise, I'm competitive, and I want to go out there and beat this guy. And obviously the implications are that I'm fighting for the belt after this, so sky's the limit. I'm fighting for the belt in Madison Square Garden, fighting for the first time ever at this historical event is motivation. Obviously, getting back to where I need to be financially, winning money so I can support my family. He's failed drug tests. I don't like that. I want to make him pay for that. I feel like cheaters never prosper, and I want to show that. I want to show that.
He said that if Yoel wins, he does not think he should get a title shot. How do you feel about that?
So I recently saw what he said, and I actually might agree with him. In the future, I think things should change. Because you were saying that, I guess you did research, and that if you take steroids for a long period of time, like the benefits of it last for a long time. And so that's why I think if you fail a drug test, man, for PEDs, you need to be done. I really think it should be over for you in this sport, because it's not like you're hitting a ball out of the park. You're trying to take someone's head off. It's just a different. It's a whole different animal. So these guys need to be cleaned up. They need to be out. And so I agree with Bisbee. I think I'm obviously taking this fight. If you look at my resume now, I fought Vitor Belfort, he failed steroids. Anderson Silva, steroids. Steroids. Now even Tom Lawler, I fought, had something in the system. It's too early to say, but I guess I've been fighting these guys this whole time, and there's not much I could do, but it needs to really change. And but I'm with Bisbee. I think I'm with him, man. I'm fighting him right now. I'm gonna make sure he pays for this. But at the end of the day, I think I agree with him.
A lot of people put that label on him as a cheater, but at the end of the day, reduced suspension, tainted supplements were proven that way. We see the John Jones thing. The term you saw used was contaminated dick pill. Like, what's the play there when these things are kind of backtracked as contaminated?
I really have a hard time believing in all that crap, to be honest with you. I feel like there's a couple different things that these guys are doing. It's either they're taking steroids, certain steroids, they have doctors, and they have supplements ready to go that they know could possibly be tainted, and it's going to be the same thing that they're taking. If they do fail, hopefully they don't, but if they do fail, they have this ready to go to send to USADA, and then even the USADA buys it from the same place. It's going to be tainted as well. I feel like there's lots of things they could do. They find these things. There's like loopholes that they're doing. And then also the other option is they take steroids and they hope they don't fail. They do fail. They don't talk to anybody. They talk to their team. They figure out, all right, let's find some type of supplement that could be tainted from a shitty company that I probably shouldn't have been taking, But people will be more lenient on me. The people will be more lenient on me. The commission will be more lenient on me. Uzziah will be more lenient on me if they see it in a product that doesn't have it on the ingredients. So I have a hard time believing in it. And I think what this has done, it's scared everybody, every damn fighter, to take any supplement. Now that people don't want to take a protein shake. You know, people don't want to take like a creatine or like vitamin C. Everyone thinks everything might be tainted. It's because I feel like, and I truly believe that guys are taking this, and who has failed the drug test and like admits it? They just say, oh, tainted supplement.
Melendez is the only fan.
It's relatable to every person because you walk into a GNC store and that's where they're saying they're going. And, oh, he bought it from GNC or he bought it from, somewhere on the internet. He didn't know it, didn't say it. I just feel like it's so easily a way for them to cop out and beat the system, really.